Okay, well, hey there again. Welcome to part 4 of our special 4-part series on unraveling the emotion code and how can it significantly impact your life and moving into like a struggle-free freedom. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yes.
So the past 3 videos, the first one was we just introduced the emotion code to you again. Even though I've done 2 other podcasts on this issue, I have not videotaped them. So this will be new to our video listeners and watchers. And then the second one, we talked about the heart wall, which is really like a starter kit to the emotion code that sets a really firm foundation in moving forward, doing more emotion code work. And then the last one, we talked about the notion of inherited trapped emotions and all the different types of emotions that can be kind of decoded when you're trying to figure out what's going on in your life. And today I thought a great topic, I had originally thought we were going to do issues related to weight loss and overeating and all that type of stuff in regards to the emotion code, when that's a body code thing we're going to do instead. I forgot that. I was not thinking straight. Linda knew intuitively. She knew, like, is that what we're doing? And I really wanted to address financial stuff. There's more than enough people with financial stuff running in their consciousness that needs to be decoded. Like, what's the root cause? And it's going to be different for most of us. But Linda, are you seeing a common thread on this topic? Like there's common emotions that we need to remove?
I'd say to some degree, yes. Common emotions, but they could be born out of different experience. I mean, they all are. They're everything.
Yeah.
So it is quite individual.
Yeah. Okay.
No matter how you look at it.
Keep that in mind while we're working on me today. I'm the guinea pig. We're going to ask hopefully the right questions, because it does help to frame what you ask, because you're going to get the answer to whatever you're asking, but maybe you're not asking it in the way that you intended, right, Linda? So we're going to try to ask the right questions to get to the root of the matter to help clear emotional blocks. So Linda's going to be doing the work. I'm just a happy participant.
So I'll give an example. I don't know what's going to come up when I start asking questions now, but I know with working on myself, I tested, it's okay. It's safe for me to be, to have money. It's safe to have a lot of money in the bank. I'm okay with being rich. I'm okay with being wealthy. No.
Right. They all came up no?
Yeah, no, everything was like, so many were yes. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. But then I used the word wealthy, and that was a no, right? So that's why, because you're just saying the importance of asking questions. Sometimes it really does make a difference how you ask the question to hit on the energy that is trapped and that's blocking you.
So in that example, Linda, you didn't have to go at anything blocking the other ones because there were no blocks.
Yeah.
But there's a block to wealthy. So you had to address that specifically.
Right.
Which is important to know. Otherwise, you're going to still be like, what's going on?
It's like,
why am I penniless and having a hard time paying bills?
Yeah, no, even in your own session, like maybe you didn't ask that question yet and you cleared all this stuff, but you're still kind of seeing that some things didn't totally shift. So then I'll go back in and I'll be like, all right, let me see, is there another way to ask this? Right. And then I'll ask in a different way. I'm like, oh, okay, this is the part I wasn't hitting on.
So this video is intended to show you what an emotion code session is like, and understand that you can go beyond the heart wall in the emotion code and deal with specific stuff. And in the last, I think it was the last video, Linda can just test, like, does it serve the highest good for us to go down this road today? Like we did that in the body code with Linda. I had 2 significant body issues, pain in the body issues. And there was one I wanted to address. And when Linda tested it, they're like, no, we're going to do the other one. And what was fascinating is that when they went after the other one, it resolved the other one and the original one. Both went away.
Right.
That's cool.
As you're saying that, a lot of times someone has 2 or 3 things they want to, I mean, God, we have so many things we want to work on, right? But
Right.
what's most pressing right now? So someone might say 2 or 3 things, and I'll test and I'll find the one thing that we should focus on. And almost always those other things creep in because you just see what's going on. And you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense. And I
Right.
have to say, I see that even more so. I think I see that more so with the body code, right?
Okay. Yep.
Somebody
All
has
right.
this issue plus the shoulder issue plus this, and we get something to work on, not the shoulder, but yet stuff to do with shoulder keeps coming up, right? So
Yeah.
we hit it. Your subconscious will take you wherever you need to go. I always ask for the to clear as much as possible. I like to give time limit because it tells the subconscious, this is what we're doing here, and we're going to
Yeah.
get as much as we can in this time. So we'll give it 30 minutes. You want to do 30?
Well, let's try 15 so people don't have to stick around so long.
Okay,
And just see what we can do in 15 minutes. And then you and I can deal with the rest in another session. That's what we would do. And then Linda will test how far do we get today. So we're going to show you that in the next 15 minutes. So go ahead, Linda, have at it. Let's remove the blocks.
All right. So let's just once again, I just want to call in the higher power that's here, talk, God, Jesus, guides, angels, to be with us for this healing, because that's what's facilitating everything. We're just the vehicles taking care of this energy. And I also want to make sure that I'm connected as Liz. I'm testing as Liz, Linda, Liz. Okay, so I'm testing as Liz. And we know we're working on financial blocks, money blocks. That's what we're going to work on today. But so I'm going to, oh, I didn't start the clock. Here we go, subconscious mind. You're on the clock now. We got to get this done. So I'm going to ask a bunch of questions. I'm going to see how you test with this, right? So are you okay with having abundance? Yeah. Are you okay with having financial abundance? Yes. Okay. Are you okay with being wealthy? No. See, there's that thing with wealthy is weird. Okay. Are you okay with money? Are you okay with money in general? Yes. Are you okay with having a lot of money? Yes, you are. Okay. So far it's the wealthy thing. Are you okay with people knowing that you have a lot of money? No. Are you okay with people knowing you have a lot of money? That was a no. So I just want to drop this question down on my file here so that we know we address that. Okay.
Now, are these questions that the emotion code people have already kind of flushed through in their own research and own experience? Or is this the one that you came up with?
No, these are ones I actually watched Dr. Brad doing a thing, and he had some of those questions, and then I just added some questions to that.
Okay.
So for some reason that disappeared from me. So what was that question there? Are you okay with people knowing?
Yeah, I don't want people to know I'm wealthy I don't want them to know I'm wealthy, right?
Yeah. A lot of money. Okay. Oh yeah, I need the glasses. That's what the problem is here. Okay. And are you okay with being wealthy? That was a no. Okay, so let me just put that over there. So, I'll take notes, right? So that we don't lose sight of what we're working on here. But there's a few more questions I want to ask before we get started with actually finding them. Okay, so are you okay with being rich? You're okay with being rich. Are you okay are you okay with living in a complete state of abundance? No. Complete state of abundance was a no. All right. So, that's probably enough, but I want to just ask the rest of these questions because subconscious mind will take us where we need to go anyway. Here's something interesting. Are you okay with being a woman and creating your own wealth? Okay, so you are. It's not an issue there. Are you okay with being a woman who is successful in her career, earning her own wealth? Yeah. Okay, so you have nothing there. That's good. Now, okay, let's ask this. Is it possible for you to build a successful business easily and quickly while having fun? Yes. Okay. Because those could be other aspects that come in the way and put the brakes on it. So I think we asked enough questions about that. So we have these 3 here that tested as no.
I have a question.
Okay.
Is there blocks to receiving a significant boost in financial prosperity now.
Okay, I want to just write it down.
Okay.
Significant boost.
Look at me. I'm all patient and stuff, and I can wait, but
Are there
it's time
blocks
to
receiving a significant boost to your wealth?
financial prosperity now. Like not tomorrow, today.
Okay, so let's ask.
And for the rest of my life.
So Liz, are you okay with receiving a significant boost to your financial prosperity now? Yes, you are. Okay,
Okay.
you're good on that. All right. So there's just something here around being wealthy, people knowing that you have a lot of money and being in this complete state of abundance. Those are the ones that tested as no. Is that correct? Yeah. So they all tested as no. All right. So we're gonna ask. So is there something emotional that is standing in your way? Yes, of course. Okay. Do you have trapped emotions that are interfering with being wealthy? Yeah. With knowing other people knowing you have a lot of money? Yeah. Okay. And with you living in a complete state of abundance? Yeah. So there's trapped emotions. So we know that. And that's great because that's what we're concentrating on now. All right. I could even
So I have
ask,
another question. Is
okay.
this the best avenue are we going down the right road now to resolve this?
Okay, are we going down the right road now to resolve this? Yeah. Okay. Right, good.
Checking.
And I'm going to ask, okay, so how many trapped emotions will we find here today? Or are there to be cleared? I sometimes ask this, sometimes I don't ask this, right? But
Okay.
I like asking it now. So are there more than 10 trapped emotions that are blocking in this issue? Are there more than 10? Yeah. Are there more than 20? No. Is it 10 to 15? No, 15 to 20. Yeah. Okay. 15, 16, 17, 18. So it looks like we have at least 18 trapped emotions. Okay. So we're probably not going to do all 18 of them right now. But we'll go do as many as we can. And because Liz does a lot of work with me already, her system knows how this works. So we might be able to just clear these without having to dig into them.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll see what happens. Okay. So I'm actually I like to start with looking at like all 6 types of trapped emotions. This way I don't have to decode what type it is once we find the emotion, right? So let's find what type of emotion, find the emotion, and see if there's anything to decode before we clear it. All right, so are we looking to the left side of the chart? No, right side. So left side was yes, left side was yes. Is it prenatal, preconception? Guess what? Inherited.
Goody, let's do that.
Yeah.
I love inherited.
Your subconscious mind knows we're the clock's ticking. I did a lot of explaining, a lot of questions. So we only have like 9 minutes left on this. So we have an inherited trapped emotion. Okay, let's find it. I'm going to go a little bit fast, but I hope that's okay. Are we looking on A, B? So I'm looking at the chart, column A, column B, and all these 6 rows. So is it in A? No, it's in B. Odds, no evens. Is it B2? Okay, so in B2, is this trapped emotion failure, helplessness, hopelessness, lack of control? Okay, so it's inherited lack of control. All right, and then we'll ask, so was this inherited on mom's side? No, dad's side. Okay, and did dad inherit from his parents, from his mom? No, his dad. Okay, and did his dad inherit from his parents? Yes. Okay, from mom? No, from dad. So we have 3 dads. Does this go back more than 10 generations? Yeah. Knowing Liz, I'm going to ask a bigger number. Does this go back more than 50 generations? Yeah. More than 70? Yeah. Okay. More than 100? No. More than 80? Yes. More than 90? No. Between 80 and 90? So is it between 80 and 85, 85 and 90? Okay. So is it 85, 86, 87, 88, 89? No, it's 90. 91? No, it's 90 generations. Okay. So because it's inherited, there's really nothing we can decode about it. There's really nothing else going to be attached to this. So we're just going to be able to clear it. So to clear this, because it's inherited, I'm going to take this magnet. This is how we do it. You have a governing meridian. It starts from the tip of the top of your lip, goes all the way down the back of your spine. So that governing meridian is what sends all the energy out through the whole rest of your body. So we just swipe with the magnet. Now your hands, our bodies are electrically charged. You could use your hand. I like to use a magnet. I especially like to use the motion code magnet. And so I'll just swipe anywhere on the, I don't have to go all the way down my body to clear it. It's anywhere on that governing meridian. You swipe it with the magnet, and that's how we clear the energy. Regular trapped emotions are 3 swipes. Inherited and shared trapped emotions, because they include so many other people, is 10 swipes. All right, so we're going to do that. Right now, we'll do the inherited trapped emotions. You ready? Okay. And so Liz is going to go along with me. You can do that. You don't have to. Some people like to, some people don't. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And let's just do a few extras just for the fun of it, because it's so awesome. All right. Have we cleared this inherited trapped emotion, lack of control? Yeah. Okay. So that's cleared. That's released from her system. So we're just going to go back and ask the next question. Is there another trapped emotion? Yes, there is. Okay. So will we find it on the left, on the right, on the left, another left one? Oh, thank you. Is it prenatal, preconception? No, it's inherited. See, this is her subconscious mind using my time limit here to make sure we bring out the biggest things, pull out the big guns first, right? Okay, so are we looking at A? No, B. Odds, evens, okay, B2, 4, B6. So is this trapped emotion pride, shame, shock, unworthy? Okay, unworthy. So someone had this trapped emotion long time ago, maybe not so long time ago. We'll find out. Was this inherited from mom? Oh, mom. Okay. And did mom inherit from her parents? No. No. Okay. This inherited trapped emotion, unworthy, came from mom. Yes. Did mom inherit from her parents? No. This is just your mom. This is unusual for Liz. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's only mom. Okay. And so can we release this now? Yes, we can. So let's do it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Couple of nice extra ones there. Beautiful. Okay, have we released this? Yes, yes, we have. All right, very nice. That felt really good. So
it does, I gotta say, it does feel good.
Yeah. So Liz senses energy. I sense energy. We really feel these things. Not everybody does. So if you don't, it doesn't matter. The energy is still being released. Okay. So let's go back to that chart there. All right. Is there another one? Yes, there is. Okay. So we don't have a few more minutes. What are we going to get? Something good? Whatever makes the most difference is what we want first. So we're looking on the left. We are on left again. So is it prenatal, preconception? Another inherited. Too bad we're not going to do the whole session, because then people will see that, other ones will come up too. But,
well, we could. I mean, people can stop watching. It's up to you, Linda, if you want to just do the whole thing. We can, so people can sit through it and maybe benefit from it.
When the alarm goes off, I'll put it on again and we'll see what we want to do.
Okay,
so that's another inherited trapped emotion. All right, are we looking in A? No, B, odds. Okay, B1, it's in B1. Okay, is it effort unreceived, heartache, insecurity? Okay, insecurity. Was this inherited on from mom? No, from dad. Okay, and did dad inherit from his parents? Yes. From his mom? No, from his dad. Okay. And did his dad inherit from his parents? Yes. From mom? No, from dad. So this is a dad. And does this go back more than 10 generations? Yeah. More than 50? No. Okay. This is not as big. More than 20? No. Okay. Between 10 and 20? Yes. 10 and 15? No. 15 and 20. So is it 15, 16, 17, 18? So we have 18 generations on this one. Okay. 18 generations, insecurity. So is there anything else we need to know? No, it's inherited. So can we release this now? Yes. Okay. So let's release this one. Another 10 beautiful swipes. 1, whew, nice big breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, just releasing this trapped emotion. 6, 7, releasing for everyone. 8, 9, 10. All right, have we released this? Yes. Boy, I felt a lot of movement in my heart center there. Okay, this is released. Yes, it is. Woo, still feel it.
Yeah.
How you
I
feeling?
want to make a little speak out to the podcast listeners. This is not necessarily the best thing to listen to, but you are certainly welcome to. You might want to go over to the YouTube channel. I'll have a link below the podcast for the video of this. You can watch Linda do it, or just know that she's doing it, and you got to see some of it. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there for you listeners. It might be a better way to go and watch it after you listen, or whatever you like.
Right. So we'll just repeat, just in case for those who aren't watching. I'm taking a magnet or my hand from like the front of my face at the top of, by my nose, and going over the top of my head and down as far on my back as I can, just swiping that meridian to allow the energy to release, to dissipate. Okay, so let's find something more. Okay, is there another one? Yes, there is. All right, so let's find that. Let's go back to here. So we're looking on the left side. Left side, yes. Okay, prenatal, preconception, inherited. All right, so I mean, Liz's subconscious mind knows as it's done, and it's like, all right, let's get all the biggies out of the way.
Yeah.
Because her mission is to really clear for as many as possible, right? So she's doing that right now. Okay, that was that first 15 minutes. Okay, so this is inherited. Let's find it. All right. Are we looking in A? No. B, odds, evens. B2, B4, B6. So in B6, we have pride, shame, shock. Okay, there's some shock here. Okay. Now we can make up all kinds of stories if we wanted to, why this shock would interfere with financial, or people knowing you have money. I mean, who knows? I'm just putting it out there. We don't have to decode it, but
No.
you can kind of see where any of these emotions can really lead to being trapped and causing problems in this area. So we have shock. Okay, was this inherited on mom's side? No, on dad's side. Okay, so, and dad inherit from his parents? Yeah, mom, dad. Okay, and did he inherit from his parents? Yes. Okay, from mom? No, from dad. This is another dad one going on here.
Wow.
Okay, does this go back more than 10? Yes. More than 50? No. Okay, more than 30? No. Okay, is it more than 20? Okay, between 20 and 30? No, between 10 and 20, yes. Okay, so I'm just like finding the age just by muscle testing. And again, podcasters can't see that, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, so we said between 10 and 20, yeah. 10 and 15, no, 15 and 20. So is it 15, 16, 17? We've got 17 generations of this shock, right? So we want to clear this for everyone right now by doing these 10 swipes once again over the governing meridian. So here we go. 1, 2. I personally like to take my time doing them. 3, 4. Maybe that's because I sense and feel the energy so much. 5, 6, but you can go fast. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Thank you for that clearing. Have we released the shock? Yes, we have. All right.
So I do want to just interject here. I personally prefer to watch Linda do it than do it myself. There's something about it for me that feels like a massage the way she does it. The other practitioner was fast, which is fine. It still worked for sure. But then when I started working with Linda and she goes so slow, it's like you're in having a massage, an energetic massage. And I like to just watch her because she's like present, closing her eyes and feeling it. And then I feel it. It's like there's something about it for me that I love. I just wanted to throw that in there.
And I'm actually going a little faster than I might like to, because I felt crushed for time. but it really doesn't matter. I mean, I see practitioners that they're just doing this and it doesn't matter. Their
It
energy
works.
is releasing.
Yeah.
But maybe being an energy junkie that I am.
Yeah.
And I know I just find that when I work with people, they feel it more as I allow that energy to build. I don't know how to explain it. Everybody's going to have their own way to do it. And there's no right or wrong way, as long as you're clearing that. So whoever you wind up going to see, don't compare them to what I'm doing right now, because we each have our own ways to do that. Okay. So let's go back. All right. So is there something more? Yeah. Okay. Are we looking on the left? No, we're on the right this time. Okay. Is it a common trapped emotion? Shared. It's absorbed. Okay. So now we have an absorbed trapped emotion. Now we might have to decode. We might not. We'll find out. Okay. So are we looking in an A? No, B. Odds, evens. B2. We're in B2. Okay. So is a trapped emotion failure? There we go. It's failure. Helplessness, hopelessness. No, failure. Okay. Is there anything we need to decode about this trapped emotion? No. So we don't need to know anything. So can we clear it now? We can clear it. So let's just clear it. And this will just be 3 of these swipes for absorbed emotions. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's throw a couple extras in there. All right. So have we released failure? Yeah. Okay, it's released. Okay, good.
So it's good to show people like what you just found, that the first 3 were inherited. This one is absorbed.
The first,
we
four,
didn't have
first
to,
4 were inherited, honey.
oh, first 4. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry. And then this one is absorbed, but we didn't need to know anything more about it. So it'll be interesting to show people what decoding looks like.
We can decode something for sure, even if we don't need to. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So let's find another one. Okay. Is there more? Yeah. So I'll ask, is there more? I know I was told there were 18, but I just always like to, I don't always ask it, but right now, so far I have. I just go with the flow, however the energy wants to come through. Okay. So this next trapped emotion. So next trapped emotion that will make the most difference for Liz. Is it on the left? It's on the right. Is it calm and shared? It's another absorbed one. All right. Another absorbed one. So are we looking in A? No, B. Odds, evens. So B evens. Is it 2, 4, B6? Okay. So is it pride, shame, shock? This is shock. Okay. We had inherited shock before. This is a good example. Now we have absorbed shock. Okay. 2 different emotions, 2 different stories around their energy. So just to, you can see how the same emotion can come up more than once. This happens to be 2 different types, but you can have a common trapped emotion of, say, shock many different times for different reasons. So don't think you're getting rid of it. All shock that ever experienced. No, it's all individual to the topic that we're working on. Okay, so we want to release shock. So let's ask, is there something we need to decode? Okay, I'm getting a yes. I knew I was going to get a yes. I could feel it because your subconscious mind is working with us to do the demo since you brought it up. And that's how it works,
Right.
And because we're intuitive, and I just knew that that was going to happen. That's why, we'll do what comes up. Okay, so we need to decode this. All right, so, but I'll ask Liz first, did anything come to mind around this?
Absorbed shock, no.
Okay, so, and sometimes she'll just know right off the bat, or whoever I'm working with will just know because something pops in their head. And it could be something you haven't thought about in years, but it pops in. That's your subconscious mind bringing up the story for you so that you can be aware of what's happening. Okay, so we're going to decode this. Since she doesn't know, we're going to start with the year. All right, so this happened between the age of 1 and 30. Okay, so 1 and 30, we have a yes. Was it between 1 and 10? No. 10 and 20? Yes. 10 and 15? No. 15 and 20. Okay, so 15, 16, 17. Age 17, shock. Anything coming to mind?
Oh, no. Absorbed shock.
So let's ask, was this something that had to do with a family member? No. Is this something that you absorbed from or witnessed, absorbed, was around to do with friends of yours? No. Is this something that happened while you were at school? Okay, something at school.
When I was 17.
You were 17, so it's like junior, senior year, depending on, where your
Yep.
birthday falls. Okay, something that would have maybe brought up this emotion of shock. Okay, so was it something that happened with another student or someone, a student at the school? Something with the student? No. Something with a teacher? Okay, so something with a teacher. Let's go a little further. Instead of teacher, was it with like a counselor? No, so a teacher. Okay, so someone older than you. Anything come to mind there? Let me just write down teacher.
No.
Okay, but do we need to know more? We still need to know more though. See, because maybe that would have been enough and I would have got to know we don't need to know, but we need to know something more. So, okay, so this is what's coming to me. So I'm going to ask, does this have something to do with possibly, I want to put it this way, her not being acknowledged for an ability or something that she did? Okay, so maybe, so was she shocked that she wasn't seen for what she presented, like in that kind of an energy there? So do you remember maybe you did some kind of project, or I don't know, could have even been like a gym teacher. we can test all we want, but I want to see if anything's coming up around any of this.
Not really.
Did a teacher give you a grade that you didn't expect that the teacher would give you because you thought you did better or worse? Okay, so far she's not coming up with any. Is there something else we
I
need
usually do. Let's just put it this way. Again, that's listening and watching. It typically comes in pretty fast for me, and now I've got a little bit of a blank, which is fine, because let's see if I may need to have it come into my awareness.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to ask some more questions. Okay, so we know it's absorbed at age 16, something to do with a teacher, something at school, correct? Yeah, okay. So do we need to know? See, I didn't ask this question. Do we need to know the life event? No, we don't need to know the life event. Do we need to know the location in the body? Okay, that's what we need to know, the location in the body. Okay, so since we're not in the body code right now, which I can use a systems chart or something like that to find it, let your subconscious lead it. But since we're really just working emotion right now, I'm going to ask, does this have anything, is this trapped within her within her legs? No. Within her arms? Okay. Is this within her torso? Yes. Head? No. Torso? Yes. Okay. Was this emotion of shock? Is this trapped within her the lower part of her torso? Yes. Is this trapped within her stomach? Yeah. Does this have to do with her digestive system? So stomach, digestive system is what we're getting, right?
Okay.
So that's where the emotion's trapped. So I'm not going to go into detail to find the exact part. I mean, it could be in anywhere in the digestive system, right? So, but let's see if we need to know. Do we need to go any deeper as to where exactly in the body this is? No. So do we know enough for right now? Yeah. All right. So we just know that something occurred and you absorbed this shock, and it could be, okay, I'm just guessing here. I'm not even going to test it, but it could be that someone was telling you about something that you didn't even experience it, but you felt the energy, or you were that match to that energy of whatever was being explained to you. So okay, maybe that's why you couldn't recall exactly what it was, because that could be so. All right. So is there anything else we need to decode here? No. So can we clear this? Yeah, we can clear it. So we're just going to do that.
Okay.
And this is 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Have we cleared this? Yeah. And so we're not even going to take the time, because maybe something would have come to you regarding this information that it could have come from somebody else, but we didn't really test all of that. But if we really wanted to know, we can dig further. But when we don't need to know, why waste the time on it when you can go to another emotion? At least I know that this feels, and that's how I feel. So
yeah, definitely.
So
let me just say, having done a lot of this out there, you guys listening and watching, once you realize all of this stuff is just nothing, you would have never known how to get at it. You just want to move forward. You don't need, there'll be a part of you that doesn't need the story anymore, right?
Right. Yeah.
Letting go of the heart well might help let go of having to have the story around anything.
Yeah. Right. So let's just clear that. I don't think we released it yet. We've been talking so much. Spent a lot of time on that one. Okay, you ready? Let's do that.
Yep.
1.
I thought you just did that.
Oh, did I do that? 2.
Yeah, but that's okay. You can
Doing
do
it again. 3.
Right.
Woo! Have we released that? Yes. Okay. Because we were talking, I didn't write that I released it. And so when I'm swimming in this energy, you know me, I got to do a little grounding. All right. Let's find another one. I literally get high off the energy. Okay.
She does. I gave her some grounding techniques for that reason.
And it's the best. This is the best addiction you could have, right? Addiction to releasing energy for people. Okay, so there's another one. Yeah. All right. Are we looking to the left? No, to the right. Is it okay? Common. We got a common trapped emotion. All right. Let's take a look. Are we in A? Okay, we're A. A odds, A evens, A2, A4, A6. Is it humiliation, jealousy, longing? Oh, we have longing.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever come up with longing before.
Longing. All right. So is there anything we need to decode about it? No. So your subconscious mind had us do that for demonstration purposes, and possibly even made it a little bit more difficult so that we can ask more questions, right? To get to whatever it was we needed to be able to get the okay to clear it. Your subconscious mind leads every single bit of it. And I've learned not to question it, especially when you get into body code stuff. I'll just add that for a second, is anything can cause anything. And we'll talk about that when we do the body code part of this whole thing. But you got to trust your subconscious mind. It really wants to take you and wants to help you, and it will do that. Okay, so we have longing. So is there anything we need to know? No. Yeah, we already know that. So we can clear it. Yeah. Okay, so let's clear it. 1, 2, 3. All right. It's released. All right, good. So let's go to another one. Well, let's see. Liz, do you want to continue?
Well, why don't we just say, let's see how far, have we hit all 6 of the types? We got absorbed, inherited, common.
Well, we didn't hit prenatal, preconception, or shared. I can ask this. Do we have any prenatal trapped emotions regarding this issue about being okay with being wealthy, being okay with people knowing you have money, and being okay with living in complete state of abundance? Are there any prenatal trapped emotions? No. Do we have any preconception? No. Do we have any shared? No. Okay. Are there more inherited? Yeah. More common? Yeah. More absorbed? Maybe not even absorbed. So.
Okay. Well, we can do this. Let's just end this for everybody so everyone has seen how this works. And why don't we test how far along we've come today? Like what percentage completion have we met with this particular session?
All right. So regarding the issue that we're working on here to do with being wealthy, financial abundance, everything we've been talking about, are we more than 50% complete? No. Are we more than 40? Yeah. Are we between 40 and 45? 45 and 50? Okay. So is it 45, 46, 47? It usually stops on the on a 5 for me.
Yeah.
But we got 47%. So we're being more accurate right now. So we're 40% complete on that. And then we would just keep going until we release them all.
So typically, Linda, I know our working together is that we typically, when we clear something, it can take 2 to 3 sessions at the most. So far, does that sound about right? That's been my experience. So
yeah.
So this type of thing would be a 2 to 3 session one, but we would typically go for an hour and knock it off in like an hour or so.
I would say when it comes to, wealth and finances and stuff, I haven't had a session where it was done in one.
Okay, right.
But I have had sessions where we cleared things out right in that session.
Right.
So it does happen where one session is enough.
Yeah.
a lot of time, and it depends on the session. I like to do 1 hour sessions. Some people only do half-hour sessions. So,
Right.
you know, if what I get done in 1 hour might take 2 sessions of someone who does in half-hour sessions, or
Right.
3 20-minute sessions.
Yeah. So I just want to let people know what the sessions are like. There's quite a few certified practitioners out there these days. They all have different rates, different session times, different ways of going out about it, but they're doing the same thing. Everyone's taught to do this, clear the stuff, and it works. I've had great success. I would not, I'm so glad we cleared the whole resistance about having it be easier, because it was not easy for me, I'll tell you. And it's not to make anyone fearful, but be aware if you go through some discomfort, like inordinate amount of discomfort, then you might want to look at letting go of beliefs in your way and resistance to healing, which is what we dealt with recently. And it was so far so good. Total different shift in the experience since the last time Linda and I worked.
Yeah.
So, okay. Anything more you want to put on, add to this whole about a session thing, Linda? Or
no, but just what you said, that, like some people really don't feel anything. Some people feel the energy leaving while I'm working with them. And sometimes you just feel like everything in the room got brighter. You feel lighter. Like you'll notice a difference, and then you'll see how that carries out within your life, right?
Yeah.
If we're working on something physical, because then we release the stuff that got in the way of the healing to begin with, you might actually feel those symptoms come up before they completely release, right? Because your body's going through the process now of doing the job that it was kind of stopped from doing, from this energy that was trapped in the body. Yeah. So I guess the bottom line is that it's not a cookie cutter thing. It's very individual, but the process is always the same.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Linda, thank you so much for doing this. She looks like she just got out of bed. She's getting all high on the energy. I'm like, whoa, ground, baby. Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, I would not dissuade anyone. Like, it's not really for me to say it's a no-brainer, but having gone through what I've gone through, it's a no-brainer when you understand consciousness, the lower mind, lower consciousness. It's like F-bomb lower consciousness. I'm so done with it.
I want to add to that too, because like, it's very rare that like one session is going to be it that does it all. Because think about, there's so much that's contributing to the energy that's stopping you from this one thing you want to heal, or you want to move forward to, or you want to manifest in your life. There was a lot of time and a lot of experience that built up all of this block to it. So yeah, sometimes you can like hit that bottom domino thing, right? Like, the bottom of the
Jenga.
The Jenga that just pulls, the whole thing comes crumbling down, or
Yep.
House of Cards, right? That bottom card, that could happen. And that does happen. I've seen that happen, but most of the time it takes a little bit of work. But you'll feel better with each and every session.
Yeah, totally. And Linda, you totally read my mind by contributing that. And I was just going to say the same thing. Took a long time for that energy to build, attracted a lot of experiences that were a match to it. So it kept in place, it kept spinning in place. And now that it's released, you got to create the new flow. It's like, imagine a river just created a tributary. It's going to get bigger and bigger as it finds more avenues of expression. So it's kind of a similar thing. You got to allow the energy to flow now. And then that new flow is going to create a new attractive field for you, which is what I'm experiencing interacting with others. I see the difference, especially when, like I said, my family's come to visit. Very different experience. They don't know, but I do, right? They're just having a good time, not noticing, which is great. And remember, my sister, who's sensitive to energy, was sensitive to our having cleared inherited stuff. She felt it without knowing what I was doing. So
yeah.
anyway,
and one other thing I'll say too, like when I complete this session with Liz, I'm going to ask at the end of this session if we release all of the trapped emotions that have contributed to that have put this into place, and then I'll ask the original questions again. And I don't want to do it now because we're not done with the session. And we'll see if they're still a no or if they move to a yes. If they're still a no, then we got to find something more, right? So if say we did all the trapped emotions, I ask, are there any more trapped? They're all gone, but yet one of these questions might not give me a yes yet. Maybe two of them do, but the third one doesn't. I'll ask, is there something more we can do with the body code, right? And then I'll probably get a yes, most likely, right? Because in the body code, it goes into a lot of other mental aspects energetically, besides just stuff in the body, which can contribute, because anything can cause and create anything. Right. So that's why I love that there's the both of these modalities. So you can either just work with the emotion code, and that's great. But if something just isn't clearing, you can ask that question, do we need to go to the body code to get to the end of this? And you might just get a yes. Boom, go over there, do body code.
Cool. So that's our segue. That's the next video. We're going to introduce all of you to the body code. And then we're going to do a body code demonstration, and I'll share my experiences with the body code. Linda has great shares with the body code that we'll do in the next video, which we're not going to do today because it's getting overtime, and I've got family coming home. They're going to start turning on the TV, making noises, slamming the refrigerator, turning the dryer on, you know, all that household stuff. So if you want to work with someone like Linda, you can go to the mindbodyspiritnetwork.com/EPC. That's short for Emotion Code Practitioner. That's our directory for Emotion Code Practitioners. It's brand new. So whenever you're seeing this, Linda may be the only one because she's the only one right now. It's new to me and the directory. And then if you want to work directly with Linda, you can go to the mindbodyspiritnetwork.com/Linda Armstrong. Again, you can get the book. Linda, you want to flash the book up to the screen again, The Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. Again, it calibrates at a very high level of consciousness at 370 on the map of consciousness, which is significant. Trust me, I'm a teacher of this stuff. I know what I'm talking about to some extent. And you can learn how to do the emotion code with, I would think with a partner would be helpful, but you can do it for yourself from the book, or you can take a class from Dr. Nelson through the Shift Network. He has a class to teach not practitioners, but individuals how to work with the emotion code. And you can go to the mindbodyspiritnetwork.com/emotion code, and you can register for his free online event. And then that will lead you into a course through the Shift Network if that's of interest to you.
You know, I want to add one thing to that, because I know I don't like reading from books. I'd rather listen to Audible.
Good point. Thank you.
You can get the book on Audible, so you can listen along. It's nice to have the book because you can always refer back to the book, and especially it'll go over, like, I think in the emotion code, it gives you like 10 different muscle testing techniques that you can work with to find what you're comfortable with.
Oh, good. That's good to know.
And so that's nice to have the book, but it's also for those who are driving, you know, any amount of time during the day to just listen and just absorb it. So yeah. I use both, and you know, the more you hear it, the more you absorb of it.
Yeah, great. And all of those links I just mentioned, you don't have to remember. They'll be below the video and the podcast. You can just click on it and get all those resources. One last thing, you can clear stuff with your animals too. I wanted to mention that.
Oh yeah.
That's huge, right?
Yeah, I've worked on a lot of animals and got great results with them. Yeah.
Nice. You've done both emotion and body code with animals.
And body code.
Cool.
I guess I can tell you quickly. I have do you want to do one quick story? It's emotion code.
Yeah, go ahead. Stories are good.
I have a cat who, I'm surprised she didn't hop on me during this, but I found her under my deck in the backyard, and she was like, you know, 8 weeks old, say, maybe something like that. Anyway, I tamed her, like, she's friendly and all that, more to me than other people, but she would kind of, my husband and my son, she would not want them, she'd let them know, leave me alone, right? Like, she has a little bit of an edge to her, which is more of that kind of feral cat
Yeah.
energy. So it was starting to get to be a little bit of a problem. And I was thinking, but this might not be good. You know, she might not be good with other people, and sometimes not even with me. So I decided to do emotion code on her. And I found so many things, trapped emotion, because I had to dig into it. Because first of all, you could talk to animals. Dr. Bradley has done emotion code with people who would come to him that don't speak English. He doesn't speak the other languages, but the subconscious mind is that computer. It doesn't know language. It knows intention. We didn't talk about that. So it knows intention, right? So by him doing the work, muscle testing for that person who doesn't understand a word he's saying, he's getting all the answers because the subconscious mind doesn't have a language. Same as the animals, right? So we can work with animals. People don't always realize that intention, it's not a language thing with whether it's people or animals. So anyway, I cleared all this stuff with her. She's a different cat. I found out all kinds of it. I had to keep asking some things. I had to keep asking questions for, right? Now I have to guess for her. So I have to just ask these type of scenarios that would come to me to ask. Anyway, I found out, you know, she had some weariness to humans. I thought her experience might have been like another animal because it's very wooded area. I thought maybe her litter was split apart because she was a lone kitten, no mom, nothing. Yeah,
Jeez.
I don't know how she got there. I had another feral that I feed. Maybe she followed him, you know, I don't know how she got to my house. And the houses are not close to each other. It's pretty wooded. So anyway, I'm asking all these questions. I find I'm getting answers to where I can clear it. She's a whole different cat. My husband, my son, they cannot believe it. They're like, she would never let me do this before. You know, my son can like cuddle with her and she'll let him do it. And that was no way would she ever let them do anything like that to her. So
that's a great story. Good to know.
She's a completely different cat. And it was all just trapped emotions.
I would think that could help a lot of behavioral issues with any animal, right? Like, let's resolve it.
Yeah.
That's so fascinating. I had the other woman that I worked with. We didn't have a lot of time, but we did a little bit on the dogs, and all three of them were traumatized. And we got messages. I think she was could feel what the animals were saying, like communicate. Like all of them were like, "Oh my God, that was horrific." The experience for all of them, they were all like, this was horrible. Thank you for helping me. Type of response. So anyway.
Yeah. So I worked with a bunch of animals, both body code and emotion code, and every time I've gotten great results.
That's great to know. All right, you guys, thanks for joining us. Next two videos, we're going to dive into the body code, which is really Linda's passion. I mean, we thought the emotion code was good. She's like, the body code is where it's at, baby.
The body code incorporates the emotion code. Okay. They just work together.
Yeah. And if you've got ailments, physical conditions, this is where you go to unravel it, right? This is letting your subconscious mind tell you, okay, you've been complaining about this for a long time. I've been signaling to you that this is a problem. Let's unravel it and resolve it. And it's helped me.
Yeah.
2-3 major issues, almost done for the most part. Okay, honey. All right. So that's going to be in a couple of weeks or so. We're going to do the body code, and then we'll do a body code demonstration. So that's what you guys can look forward to. And I'll create a whole playlist on YouTube and on the podcast so you can get them all in one place. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week at your weekly dose of higher consciousness.